The tenet of the wards of Metron is to create aquatic life, both unique and beneficial. Aquatic. What would possess them to put this creature in the sky? Is it even aquatic to begin with? The ambystoma was submitted to the Bureau not long ago, and I'm pleased to see it has found its way here. We'll make sure these little ones don't wander off like their adventurous fellow. Go on and lend Hermes a hand. Actually, you can, for the time being, go. How am I to help here, though? I can't jump up. I must say, I'm a little confused. They did say that it basically climbed up. Ah! Okay. I just wasn't close enough. Mateon, are you alright? Perfect. It seems Samus and Mateon have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma, Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him, and he slipped. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. A little embarrassed. Now, for our own safety, please stand back. Ow. Ugh. Hmm? Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Mateon. Both you and, Laverne Taubane, you are called? An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten all about its fellows. truly? What a relief. I must thank Emmett and Hyphlodeus when I return to them. But first, with the distraction out of the way. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you into our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Thank you. Actually, I do feel a little bit silly with the outfit I'm wearing. So, let us do... Yes. White mask. The Ambassador stares at you unflinchingly, as if regarding something novel. Regarding it in turn, you notice that it happens to be floating, if ever so slightly. I'm glad they are safe, Hermes and the Ambistoma. Ponder, warrant, cherish, welcome. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnoritis. Let's do that indeed. Perhaps it's only imagination, but something in the creature's demeanor bespeaks proud defiance for having gone on an adventure. Some creations stay outside, others stay at Ktisis, like the Ampistomas. It was blissfully uneventful in your absence. The little ones were in their best behavior. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust. Wow. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Ambistomas are safe and well. I'll presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. Will you be attending as well? If so, you should join the others at the building. Same text there. You figured. So, I did get this already. I did not get the gemstone shredder yet because I didn't have the Maintenance quest done, of course. I've decided to open a shop to keep my little creation fed. My wondrous wares can be yours for the right amount of bicolored gemstones. And again, always can only, like, I still need to do actual stuff. Actual fates to unlock the next step. Which I will do in due time. It doesn't... There's no hurry yet for that. Wow. While Emmett Serkals has been accommodating thus far, he's the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Fair point.
What? Will I have to remove you by force?
You would like that, wouldn't you? There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise.
Who is she?
Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
Of course. Always. Why am I at the head of the table?
So, it's finally happened then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure.
Impartial eye.
And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all.
Interesting.
I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
His purpose?
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom.
Oh.
Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Sure. Curious. Most would jump at the chance to serve in the convocation. And yet... Don't mind us, my friend. Please tend to Meteon. Forgive me, I will make it up to you. I promise. I'm sorry, Laverne. I didn't mean... A walk, perhaps. We can go for a walk? Yeah. Just gonna go upstairs real quick and... Okay, there's nothing here. Never mind. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn all about Elpis and Hermes? Oh, teach you. I can teach you. We got to take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. It will be, it will be. Where to start? Ah, yes. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. And she's accompanying us now, of course. Ah, the Aetheryte. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, you have the ears and tail of a beast. I assume you are familiar like a Meteon. Is there something you need? This is Laverne. Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, a newly arrived familiar, is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? From a place far, far away. Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Interesting. The desire to learn is a good thing. I wish you well in your endeavors, my dear familiar. Motionless bird. But first let's talk about these here. Discuss the Spriggans. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh, no, we call them Orelei. If there's many, if it's just one, we say Oreyas. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. Of course he has to. Hello, motionless bird. Hello, Mr. Shoe Bill. Really? Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? Anyway, I'll be reading its mind. That's my power. Huh. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait. Please wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings. Can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. Are you the source? I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention. A process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings, even should they communicate via unknown language or other non-verbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yes, though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Hey, good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Playing. It's a secret. Gathering, crafting, fighting. I'm gonna go with fighting. Ooh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him. This shoe bill. I think we might be bothering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Oyanthe next. She's usually in a small building. One on the west row. Well, if it doesn't Mateon, I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Oyanthe. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Laverne. Oh, candied apple. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat, Mateon. You weren't made to do so. But I'd like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, you can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Laverne. I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Oh, that's what you like? Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Laverne. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Between you and me, Hermes' eating habits are atrocious. We may not be reliant upon food to the extent that our smaller creations are, but our diets eventually catch up with us. If we don't consume the requisite balance of nutrients, we grow weak and lethargic. Yet Hermes consumes candied apples as if they were a staple. Lol. I hope Hermes isn't sad anymore. Oh. For a second there I thought that was not a minion, but just like a wild scree. That would have been fun. Oh well. Sadly, just a player minion. Oh! Oh, that's just many players. Ah, excellent timing. It was a refreshing constitutional, I hope. What, back already? Pity. A bit longer and we might have snuck away without you. Wow. So rude. There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Metaion good. Lauren wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught him. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Metaion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Sok and Heflodeos will accompany me as I tend my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propylaeon. There's no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I don't mind to see the joy his presence brings Metaion. I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Laverne is kind, really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes? You're bound to learn lots and lots. This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? Though I see new creations on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe Hermes at work. It is held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency, and that convocation is no exception. But it doesn't mean we are obligated to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. Life's apart. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward Ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, where there may be more unruly creatures about. Just a quick check that we didn't have any side quests yet. At least, no. None that unlocks good stuff. Ah yes, the Enthine petuluda, one of the newest species of the ever-popular butterfly. Huh? You're still bothered about your rope? Don't be. The few specimens we repurposed won't be missed. All vim and vigor now. Huh. When we were discussing his nomination, he was melancholy incarnate. So beautiful, Petuluda. I hope they make it into the world. Oh, they will. This here is a new species of Petuluda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it onto the world. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It's the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose form adhere to the laws of creation. That can endure on their own. Okay. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, this is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I have received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. Curious. Is that the beacon? Interesting. You're interesting too. Tell me, how did you find the Embostoma? We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck with Meteion. But I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. A fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes is for his flying life forms, it is a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. Ah yes, lightning pneuma. Pneuma? Whatever. Just as the report said. Although we call the structure a beacon due to its form, it's in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. The course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Meteion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? Pneuma? Whatever. By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it onto a ball, or it will feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Perfectly done, Laverne. Look. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite the lack of words. Speech is not soul-defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as these pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as Pertoluda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is she a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those who have exceptional vision, such as Cephalodaios, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we'll still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we'll head east to the Morning Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Okay. And east we shall head towards... Ah, that's what has been the talk of the Bureau. The combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is strangely charming. Was there a guiding theme or any method to the madness that this random assortment of features? It's adorable, but beware its sneeze. Humans went flying once. Lol.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
Aww. No voice for her. Oh.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Entelekis?
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
So they knew about this already.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Please tell me more about this.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy.
What do you call it?
Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
I don't like the sound of that.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
But he should be scared by that because he can't see it.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
Fair.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities.
Oh.
'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
He opened the box of Pandora.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me.
What has...
So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
Not quite. I like all of these options. Though I am going to go with the second one. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
Pretty much, yes.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Sure. A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with dynamis. Interesting.